When I was younger, I had a special sandwich, a special sub sandwich that I would get made every time I went to Subway, all right? It was Italian cheese, taco meat, pepperoni, bacon, pepper jack cheese, heated, not toasted, a few olives, and some crushed tortilla chips. And boy, did that shit slurp. Come to find out, apparently, like, the Subway in our town is like the only one that has taco meat. Everywhere else didn't have it, and crushed tortilla chips apparently. Either way, that stuff was mine. They knew it when I walked in. They better get that taco meat ready to go, that bacon heated up, because that was my sub. I made it my own. Why was that story important? Honestly, it really doesn't tie into anything at all. But I was trying to think of like how I was going to start this video. It was like all I could think of because I created my own sandwich. It was pretty neat. What was on the menu? It was modified the way I like it. And just like we modify our cars. Don't put taco meat on your car. Anyway, it's no secret we love modifying our cars, adding things to them to make them our very own. It's an extension of our personality. Honestly, what some people probably know you for. They might not know your name, but they know your car. Modifying our cars is one of those things that we look forward to the most when it comes to like getting something like a new car. And you know how it goes, right? You start thinking of like, hey, that car would be pretty cool to own. Start browse around for some for sale, maybe find one or two, and then before you know it, you have like a whole like cart full of aftermarket parts ready to go before you actually go check out like the actual car. It's just how it goes. It's fun. We enjoy it. And we took the chance to kind of, sit down together and come up with some of our favorite modifications that we just seem to do to pretty much any of our cars, and we're just gonna talk about them. We're gonna have a good time. So grab some snacks, maybe a taco sub, kick back, and let's talk about some of our favorite car mods. Taco sub for the win. They couldn't even like ring it up. It was like pepperoni sub with like double meat with bacon. It was like a $12 thing back in the day. It was really expensive. There's nothing better than a good sounding car. I mean, there's a reason why there are so many damn like car exhaust compilation videos on YouTube for pretty much like any platform you can imagine. I mean, you even have like a cult-like following for cars specifically because of the sounds that they make. Subarus, Rotaries, the lovely scream of the Lexus LFA. The list goes on and on. And the problem is though, some of these nice sounds that, our cars make, some of our favorite cars make, get hidden by the stock exhaust system. So naturally, we just delete that like right away. I don't know what it is about installing a fresh new exhaust system on a car, but it's one of the most satisfying modifications that personally I really enjoy doing. It's by far one of my favorite modifications to do. Of course, if everything goes to plan. Being in the Rust Belt, northern states, rusty things have a tendency to, make things a little bit of a nightmare when it comes to things like that. But other than that, I love it. Upgrading your car's exhaust can include multiple things. It can be just, your simple catback, obviously the modification that's going to make like the most difference as far as when it comes to like your tone and volume of the car. But other parts like your headers, downpipe, or maybe a cat delete or like a test pipe all have a factor into how your car is going to sound and the amount of performance you can actually gain from something like an aftermarket exhaust. Now, these pieces can get a little pricey. When you're looking at it, it's pretty easy to just be like, hey, well, that's just some bent tubing. I can do that myself. And you grab the closest Sawzall and get to work. Don't do that. Don't do that. Get a proper exhaust or have a professional make one for you if you have like one of those cars that doesn't have like some nice pre-built aftermarket options for it. It's really easy to make this a not great modification. If your goal is to make your car like as loud as possible or throw the biggest blast pipes you can find on it, I mean, to each their own. But this modification can go bad in a quick hurry. And to be honest, when your car sounds like a freaking tractor, it makes all of us look just a little bit silly. Make your car sound good. It makes it a blast to drive, especially on things like those nice summer cruises, which I can't wait to get back to. One of the best and easiest ways to start off your new build the right way is to get some new wheels and tires and maybe some suspension for your car. I mean, we may be a little bit biased here, but honestly, those three things can be some of the best modifications that you can do, especially if the car is bone stock. It's a great place to start. Typically, we would actually recommend swapping out your stock suspension first. Gives you a chance to see what your car looks like at a lower ride height before you decide to go to the route of getting a new set of wheels and really choosing what type of fitment you're going to go with. A lot of times we see people pick up some new wheels for their car that's currently sitting at stock ride height. They throw them on, and since they picked out specs, for when the car is like slammed down its nuts, they want fender to lip fitment. When they get some coils on it finally, it kind of looks a little goofy, looks a little pokey. You don't have any camber at play there. Whereas if you go with some aftermarket suspension first, it usually always looks good. Every car can benefit from a drop in ride height. I will die on that hill. Every car lowered on stock wheels will look decent, no matter what. But not every car with aftermarket wheels and stock suspension will. It's just the name of the game. Not only does a drop in ride height benefit the overall look of the car, but depending on the route that you go, very important there, you'll see an increase in handling performance as well. Lower ride height equals lower center of gravity, which equals better handling performance. Not to mention with things like coilovers and all the adjustability you get, you can really dial in the driving experience for exactly what you're looking for with things like spring rate, preload, damping adjustment. And of course, if you get some really crazy coilovers, you can dial in even more things multiple ways. Wheels and tires, of course, are the second part of this that ties it all together. Your wheels can really make or break the overall look of your build. It's really what it is, which is really why they are some of our favorite modifications, if done right, of course. Not only the style of the wheel, but the actual fitment of them. Literally, why we exist in the first place and why we developed our fitment gallery, to help other enthusiasts find what wheels are going to fit their car, show you actual images of what it looks like. When I was first getting into cars, I had no clue what offset was or why it even mattered, and that's typically where a lot of things tend to go wrong. If you're not sure what wheels you should be looking for, go check out the gallery. It's a fantastic free tool to use. Tires are just as important. Now I get it, wheels and suspension and other things can add up pretty dang quick, not to mention like the other mods we're just about to go over pretty soon. And tires aren't the most exciting things to buy, at least for some people. So it may seem really easy to just snag whatever the set of like cheapest tires you can find is. And I'll say this, don't be afraid to invest in your tires. They truly do make a world of difference when it comes down to a driving experience of your car and overall just feel and handling. Hell, even if you like your OEM wheels so much, you can still benefit from upgrading to an aftermarket tire. One last little plug here and we'll move on, I promise. We make it like really easy getting new wheels and tires, like super easy, because you can build a wheel and tire package on our website. We'll mount, balance, and ship it for free. It makes it super nice when they show up at your door and you can install them on your car the same day. All right, there we go, we're done. Bolt-on modifications are extremely satisfying. Not only some of the sounds that they make, but the installation process itself. But to get the most out of them, you'll definitely need to get a tune of some sort, which is another one of our favorite modifications. Even though you can probably argue that it's not technically a mod, it's more to go with other mods. With the rise of popularity and availability of things like off-the-shelf tunes and flash tuners and things like that, it's been easier than ever to unlock more power from your car, especially on boosted cars. But hell, I even saw a notable difference on my FRS that made the driving experience way more fun. If you don't know, those cars suffer from like a horrendous torque dip. And something like an aftermarket header and flash tune helped a ton, and it like completely got rid of it. And I was pleasantly surprised at how much it helped. If you have any bolt-on modifications like an exhaust, an intake, a downpipe, header, or whatever, we would highly recommend investing in some sort of tune to get the most out of those parts, whether that's an off-the-shelf tune or taking it to someone to tune it for you. There's some modifications that I would classify as something like the final touch of something, like the cherry on top. Modifications that a ton of us know and love, but if they are used well and if a lot of the other modifications have already been tackled. Underglow and custom lighting of any sort is a great example of one of these modifications. Absolutely love what has been going on with like underglow and custom lighting with like taillights, headlights, interior for like the last 5 years or so, but it's almost gotten to a point where it's like that's like the first thing people want to go to when they get a new car. I get it, it's exciting, it's flashy, it looks like really dope, your favorite cars have it. But like I said before, it's like one of those modifications that like is meant to complement a build, not be the main attraction to it. A nice accent to something that is already like lowered. It has a set of wheels, maybe it's got a body kit on it, it's wrapped or painted. Everything else has been done to it. It's one of those things that looks really good when done correctly, but again, can look kind of cheesy and pretty quick when not done correctly. I love underglow, don't get me wrong. Modifications don't need to be some sort of crazy excessive change to the overall look of the vehicle, hear me say that. In fact, some of my personal favorites are like the little details and things like cleaning up side markers or other reflectors to match the actual color scheme of the car. I know orange and green just don't seem to go that well together. Maybe a nice set of lug nuts or even some little rare pieces that maybe not a lot of people would notice, but you notice. Maybe a certain version of like your car came with like a different shift knob, or maybe some special floor mats, and it was only available in a certain market in the world. That's cool. Again, something that isn't going to be like super drastic, but you know it's there and you get to really enjoy it like every time you drive your car. At the end of the day, it's important to make your car your own. You don't have to go super crazy with it if you don't want to. Do what you want to do with your car, and again, have fun with it. And if you follow just some sort of simple modification list, like you don't go balls to walls on some crazy lighting right away and then the rest of your car is like insanely stock, you should have a pretty good time. Focus on things that are important to you. And at the end of the day, just have fun with it, because that's what we're all here for. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you're looking for some wheels, tires, or suspension, coilovers, lowering springs, air suspension. We got it all over at fitmentindustries.com. And like I said, we'll make everything real nice and simple. You order some wheels and tires, we'll package it for you, actually save some money. And again, it shows up at your door. You can throw it on your car the same day, get you ready for the next show season. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jelson from Fitment Industries. We'll see you later. Peace.